Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Well, Bitcoin is about to close the week on a very strong pump today, guys. Huge green candle on the charts. I got to show it to you. The alts are starting to pop off. Could we be expecting big news tomorrow? Some folks are thinking this is maybe an anticipated pump. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what the news is actually about. However, we've been seeing a series of bullish news, and I'll recap everything. And we also have big news out of the UK. Britain is about to pass crypto regulations. I think it's along the lines of how Biden passed the crypto executive order. Well, you got another major country, guys, about to take the step. And remember what we talked about, dominoes are falling, and we're seeing game theory play out here. We also have huge news with Brazil, or the Rio de Janeiro out of Brazil, and Bitcoin, and much more, guys. I want to break it all down for you. Before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me a 5-star rating. Guys, heads up, earlier today, I uploaded my interview with Jeremy Kauffman, who's the CEO of Library, which is the crypto-based video platform. And they're, of course, in a legal battle with the SEC right now. So be sure to check it out. We talk about the market, we talk about crypto regulations, Biden's executive order, and much more. I'll put a link in the description. Now, quick word from our sponsor, and that is TaxBit, which is the leading tax service provider in the crypto industry. TaxBit makes it so easy to calculate your crypto gains and losses. This is a platform I've been using for years. I use them again this tax season. I just plug in my exchanges. It pulls in the data, spits out the form. I hand them to my accountant. Makes my life so easy, guys. It's a great platform, and their technology is actually integrated into many of the big popular exchanges already. So be sure to check out TaxBit. Link will be in the description. Now, if we look at the charts here, guys, Bitcoin currently at $46,740, up 5.13% from a 24-hour perspective, up near, or I should say, up 13.35% from a 7-day perspective. Ethereum looking strong as well. It's currently at $3,275. XRP just over 85 cents. Cardano at $1.18. Solana at $1.05. Excuse me, not a dollar. $105.48. Luna looking strong as well. So why is the market pumping? Well, Bitcoin saw a massive breakout. Just look at this on the 30-minute chart. Look at this green candle here, guys. Wow. Just jumped a whole $1,000 because Bitcoin was trading below $44,000 earlier today, and then jumped all the way beyond 45, and then went straight to 46. So very bullish. And of course, we've been tracking, guys, for months now, the Bitcoin retracement. And if you look at the charts here, I'll jump back to my the weekly time frame here. I'll pull this together. We've been looking at the Bitcoin retracement, right? Looking at, has Bitcoin found its bottom, and when can we move up, similar to what we saw in the summer of 2021, where we were in a downward trend and Bitcoin here found its bottom, then started printing green candles on the weekly. Well, looks like it's doing that right now, guys. Look at the size of this green candle. We're about to close the week in 10 minutes. I'm on Eastern time zone, and it will be a very strong close. Second week in a row, we close in the green, and this green candle is even stronger than last week's. This makes me very bullish. As we've been talking about, Bitcoin's retracement to 55, 58K, then having a correction going into a bear market, and then alts should start popping off soon, and we should start seeing alts going crazy. Now, that's not guaranteed. That's not 100% certainty, because no one can predict the future. We're going off of past performance in previous market cycles, and so far things are playing out accordingly. Now, there are others who believe the market still has ways to go, that Bitcoin still has to hit new all-time highs. So we'll see what happens. Nevertheless, I'm taking profits at 55, 58K. If it goes higher up to 100K or just 90K, I'll take profits there as well. So looking very good, my friends. Remember, we want Bitcoin to do well. The capital flows from Bitcoin into the altcoins. Now, Jason Williams, who I've interviewed on the channel, and he's a well-known Bitcoin advocate, author, and so forth. He said, kids, this is called a pre-news pump candle. Big news tomorrow. I hope he's right. Hopefully it's some positive big news and we continue the pump, guys. That is what we want. And remember what we've been covering lately. And I said just this past week, the biggest news, in my opinion, was Janet Yellen turning bullish on crypto. She was interviewed by CNBC, and she's no longer, leading with the FUD statements and the negative perspective. She's leading with positive statements. And of course, this follows Biden's crypto executive order just a couple of weeks ago. But over the past week, guys, we saw Ray Dalio's fund, Bridgewater Associates, say they're going to invest in crypto. Goldman Sachs conducted their first OTC trade. And then you had BlackRock saying they're going to launch crypto services. And many of these folks were skeptics of crypto, and now they're on board. So I think, as I've been stating to you all, if you've been listening and following the channel, the narrative is changing. And I absolutely believe in narratives, guys. It's what plays out in the markets and in the news. So the charts are reflecting the narrative. So I hope you see what's happening here. And we were bearish for a long time, right? Huge downward trend since November, and pretty painful, right? We've dropped all the way down. This is why it's important to take profits. And you guys may hear me talk about taking profits on the way up, because no one can call the top. It's very difficult to do that. The moment you think things are going to keep going bullish, let's keep going, is the moment it starts correcting, right? And then likewise, on the flip side, the moment you think, oh, it's done, bear market, this market is done, there's not going to be any other pumps again, that's when things start moving upward. So you always want to go against the herd, and that is the masses, right? And as well as mainstream media plays to the masses. Now, guys, I want to share something with you, which I think is very interesting. I like to share these little nuggets with you all because it just shows how crypto is going into pop culture and mainstream, and people are talking about it now. It's become so relevant, right? Well, Amazon Prime Video, which has a handle on Twitter, of course, with 2.3 million followers, they just tweeted out, the thing about crypto is ... And they shared a Wayne's World photo. I'm a big fan of Wayne's World. I know some of you may be young or they may not know about this, but folks who are millennials and a little bit older will know of Wayne's World, just classic movies. And the fact that they're putting out memes and jokes and things like that, and it involves crypto, guys, look how far we've come. Look how far we've come, guys. This wouldn't have happened years ago. It is amazing. It shows, once again, crypto seeping into the mainstream, into pop culture, society, right? And businesses and so forth are going to start talking about it. It could also be an indication that Amazon is about to start accepting crypto. We've talked a lot about this. It would not be off the table. It's not far-fetched to say that, because we see many of their competitors, Google's and others, are starting to do this, right? Airbnb is talking about doing this, and even Alibaba and a bunch of retailers, right? Everybody's looking to in one way or the other to integrate crypto. All right, here's the big news of today, aside from the price pumping. Britain will reveal crypto regulation plans in coming weeks, sources say. British Finance Minister Rishi Sunak is expected to announce a new regulatory regime for crypto in the coming weeks. The announcement will focus in particular on stablecoins, digital assets that derive their value from existing currencies like the US dollar. The Treasury has been in discussions with a number of firms and trade groups, including crypto exchange Gemini. Guys, this is amazing. The dominoes are falling globally, whether it's on the government level, as this is, the corporate level, the investment firms, the institutional money. It is amazing what is happening. And, it's just, this made absolute sense because the US made the move, right? And now we're going to see a lot of other countries follow suit. So the Treasury did decline to comment when asked about the plans by CNBC. Details of the plans are still to be being finalized. However, sources who spoke to CNBC say they are likely to be favorable to the industry, providing legal clarity for a sector that has so far been mostly lacking in regulation. According to the sources, Treasury officials have shown a willingness to understand the complexities of the crypto market and so-called stablecoins, digital assets that derive their value from existing currencies like the US dollar. The department has been in discussions with a number of firms, including the Winklevoss brothers, crypto exchange Gemini, and many others. So, guys, bullish times are ahead. We are still in the first inning. We are still in 1998, 97, 98, around that time of this blockchain crypto revolution. So think about what that was for the internet, right? It was dial-up. It was things still being ironed out. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to perfect the technology. Iterations and updates are needed, but capital was coming in, right? And amongst all the tech startups and the dot-com startups, there was Google's and Amazon's and eBay's and so forth. Will there be losers? Of course, as there are in every market, guys, right? MySpace and Friendster were great at the time. They ultimately became losers, right? So that's just the natural evolution of business and economies and civilization and so forth. So there will be losers in the crypto market, but there's going to be winners as well. So I'm excited. The governments are on board. They're going to regulate and make sure they foster innovation. Once again, the United States has now taken the step that they want to move towards innovation. And we had, once again, Biden's crypto executive order, Janet Yellen this week saying they want to foster innovation. We are moving in the right directions, and all of these things are going to lead to higher prices. Now, check this out. Rio de Janeiro will be the first Brazilian city to receive tax payments in Bitcoin and crypto. What have I been sharing with you guys? Binance CEO has been going and meeting with the mayor of Rio and the other cities there, and and going to El Salvador. Latin America is prime for crypto adoption, and obviously El Salvador has been leading the charge there. Coinbase, speaking of Latin America, Coinbase to control Latin America's largest crypto exchange via acquisition. They're about to acquire a crypto exchange there. According to local newspaper, negotiations between Coinbase and 2TM have been taking place since last year, and an agreement could be announced in late April. So again, why is Coinbase and many of these exchanges expanding globally and investing capital to hire people and to build offices? And these things cost capital. It costs money, right? It takes a lot of resources. And especially, these companies, they have to make a profit, right? They're in a business to make money and, of course, to be profitable. They're taking capital and marketing, expanding, and so forth because they're anticipating growth. They know how early we are, and I hope you see it as well. Guys, let's see what this week holds for us. I'm excited. I hope Bitcoin hits $50,000 this week. That will be awesome. And, we hit that retracement point, and then alts start popping off. I'm hoping, everything goes according to plan. I want to make sure I reiterate, this is not guaranteed. It is not 100% certainty, because can't predict the future. No one can predict the future, but we can use some of the facts, the data, the analytics, the past trends, and make a guesstimation, right? That's what this is. So patience, as always. I always remind you guys to be patient, have a macro view, and I hope you are, because we're still in the first inning, and wait till we start getting to the second inning and the third inning, and we get to mainstream adoption, mass adoption. We're going to see prices like we've never seen before, guys. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.